Are you ready? Is you ready? Whole squad ready. Everybody gonna get ready. Let's do it. VSJ ready. Ladies
Better
and
see you
gentlemen,
at the
welcome
slide
to
jam. Make it to the bottom, feeling pretty fly, man. You know I love it when you're all chilling here with us, and we be playing music, and you all get to be hearing us.
Sorry to cut you off.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new installment of the Virtual Slide Jam podcast featuring your host, Rob Wheeler, Kurt Derow, and yours truly, Jared Lopez. In today's special segment, this is going to be a special episode of our creator of the podcast and the Virtual Slide Jam is our man, our homie, our dear friend, the one and only legend from the West Coast, is none other than the Kurt Derow. Ladies and gentlemen, legendary Kurt Derow in the flesh, our host, the man in the hour. He is the man of the hour. And we are going to interview about him. We are going to dive deep into what makes Kurt Derow tick. What drove him into the community? What made him want to be a part of the industry and the community? And what motivated him to start the Virtual Slide Jam podcast and competition? Kurt Derow, thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Damn, you do a good job. It's your job from now on to do intros, Jared. You just sold me. You're hired.
Well, happy to help, buddy. Welcome, Kurt. How do you? So
this is our second host to have an interview for. 2 or 3, one more.
Yeah, and you are definitely a person of interest or a person of influence, sir. So tell us, what motivated you to start the legendary Virtual Slide Jam? Go for it.
So, okay, it was COVID, right?
Right.
And this random dude who I'd never met before was hosting an event out of Minnesota called the Longboard Goose Chase.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It was like a skateboard scavenger hunt using this app on phones called Goose Chase. And I've done a lot of like skateboard scavenger hunt events. They're super fun. If you haven't done one, highly recommend. But we did it. Our team won based out of Portland. And like, it was just so much fun, like seeing the clips and like going out and getting footage that I decided like, you know what, like I want to do something similar. And my original idea was to have like a podcast with like pro skaters come on and like give like trick tutorials on how to do really sick slides or just, how to skate like them. But then like I was at work one day and it all of a sudden just clicked. I was like, dude, like we could just have a slide jam worldwide. Like it's possible. If we do the same thing, we could just have a video contest and have a worldwide slide jam. And like, as soon as I thought of that, I was like, and it could be a podcast and it could be like a how-to slide series. It could be all this shit. But I talked to some people and they talked me down and they were like, dude, just worry about the slide competition first. Worry about growing everything else later. Just start with the slide competition. So, I like called some people, got a really solid like group of people behind me, like Laurent Paragal randomly, fucking Ryan Ricker, Ethan Cochard, a couple OG Comet riders were involved. It was just everyone was super supportive and super interested in the idea, and I think that definitely like lit a fire under me to like want to make it better because all these people I looked up to were like, this is sick. Do this. Make it as much as like do whatever you can to make this as sick as you can. And I was like, I will try my best. So that's kind of where we're at now. Just, trying to make it better every year. And, I'm just a dude. I'm just a dude in Idaho. I wish I was like some major, well-known Tony Hawk-esque skater that could just bring slide jams onto the world stage and make a fucking video game about it. But this is what you got. It's what you get in 2024. Longboarding. Kurt Derow, hell yeah.
It's
Well, you never know,
2025,
Kurt.
bro.
You're right. I'm sorry. 2025.
And who knows, Kurt? 10 years down the line, maybe there could be a video game or an app on your phone you could download called the Kurt Derow Slide Jam app.
Yo, you want to see something funny really quick?
What's up?
So I actually made a video series back in the day.
Oh
This is gonna blow
gosh, you
your
have like a
mind.
trailer or like a
No, so
like a beta app.
So when I was in Portland, I got like kind of hired on to make video reviews for Daddy's Board Shop, and it
No
started off
kidding.
with like some bare ass, like boring. Well, I don't think they were that boring, but they were, somewhat interesting, but nothing like this wheel reviews. And this is like I got this idea to make like a video game-esque wheel review. So yeah, check this out. This is dope.
Oh gosh, let's see what we got. Kurt. No way.
Self-proclaimed.
Sweet. Oh wait, is that Switchbacks?
That was Mount Tabor.
Oh, okay. Well, this is interesting.
Yeah, nice editing. Getting the shot.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
That just proves that like you can have a dumb idea and go make it happen, and it turns into a somewhat good idea sometimes.
That was pretty interesting. No, I definitely like that take.
Yeah, and get this. The whole video after that is just me literally rapping over like instrumentals of like the Wu-Tang Clan about the wheel. That's the whole video. It's a wheel rap review. I gotta give props to the onboard wheel reviews from back in the day when dude was like riding the board, going down the hill with the mic, like reviewing the wheel actively as he was like shredding some gnarly shit. Like that was inspiring.
Next level.
Wow.
So you started a virtual slide jam in 2020. We're going into the fourth one, and 5 years later. Where do you want to see this event go? Like, what's your goal with it? What's the dream?
That's a good question. I actually thought about this recently, like having an invitational slide jam with like a big like video streaming, like filming thing, and like a cash prize, and like pro riders giving out money for like best tricks, and just making it like a big festival party would be like legendary. I mean, my original idea was to have it be like a podcast and a how to throw event series video, and also like a slide contest, and we've already done all that. So I think from here on, I just want to, make it more approachable by like brand sponsors, so that we could like, get a budget to like do some sick shit. Like if we could do like an invitational on a really, really sick hill in person, that would be goals right there.
Yeah,
that'd be really cool.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, just invite out like whoever, like who still slides and you want to see slide in person.
We could use this video contest as like qualifiers. You make top 10 and you get invited to the finals, where everyone we fly everyone out to one location,
That would be awesome to see.
A pass in Portland, just a pass.
An actual slide competition on actual talent and not just local proximity of locals.
Right.
And that sounds amazing.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of that's ever happened like that would probably be like Puerto Rico or like Danger Bay, where like people are actually flying from all over the world to come and participate in the slide jam or the event.
Yeah, there's not many events where people are flying in like for the slide jam, because it's like, oh, this is so cool, or this is so like prestigious. I want to try to do good at this event. Still don't have that really for sliding.
Yeah. John Kiel was asking me like, hey, I want to fly into the United States for a slide jam next year. Like, where do I go? And I was like, fuck, dude. Like, I don't have
In
an
the
answer for you, man.
States, I mean, I hear San Diego community throws down some pretty decent slide jams. On the East Coast,
could definitely time a like East Coast tour in the summertime. Like if you go like back to back weekends, you get
yeah, on the
two
East
different
Coast,
events. But
the bigger slide jams on the East Coast, it's either going to be Asheville, North Carolina, or the Crusty Floridians down in Florida. Up north, not really. I mean, maybe the Pennsylvania crew might throw something, but as far as my
is there a
knowledge,
slide jam in New York City after the Broadway bomb still?
oh gosh, I'm not sure if that's even a thing anymore.
Because Dark Tower is like the road is gone now, or it's like
Yeah,
bad shape. So I don't know if they still did that.
yeah,
Uh,
I'm not 100% certain anymore.
I know Vancouver's doing like a triple threat slide jam this summer.
Yeah, dude, that's exciting. A slide jam series. When was the last time you saw anything like
wow,
that?
that's really
Yeah.
cool.
And the cool thing is they're having like side quests involved with their slide jam. So it's like at one, they're going to have like a slip and slide at the bottom of the hill.
No, wait, what?
Yeah,
A
dude.
sli-
A slip and slide. And they had a bungee at the last one, like a bungee start, which launches you
Wow.
down the hill.
Oh, I
So
saw
like
that. That was crazy, especially on
they're
that road.
dude, I was chatting with them when I was in Vancouver and they got some good ideas brewing. I was super excited to chat with them. And dude, honestly, the Wednesday skate session that I went to that Clayton Arthurs throws like every
Yep.
Wednesday, it
Oh
felt
yeah.
like a slide jam, dude. Like there was like 20 people there, everyone throwing down. Like Mike Benda was there doing like 40-mile-an-hour 360s. It was fucked. And I think I was just like, dude, everyone's throwing down so hard right now. What's going on?
Oh yeah. No,
That's
those
rad.
sessions are legit. Was Jake Ballantyne there and
No,
Oliver
no.
Lanyon?
Oliver wasn't. I saw Clayton. I saw Show Willette was there, not skating, but he was chilling. Dylan Stevens was there. The Lanyards fan. That was fucking funny.
Dylan Stevens. Okay,
Yeah, he
sounds
just rolled up
appropriate.
in the Lanyards fan. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Well, Kurt, you've been getting around this year. It feels like you've been hitting every major event, at least a good handful of them. Can you tell us what inspired you to go so hard this year, and what the highlights have been, and your latest one? I think it was Danger Bay. I'd love to hear about that as well.
Yeah, just honestly, like I spent 3 years on Team Brokeoff and like just miserable. Just not being able to like perform my 100% best and like having been like way high up there in terms of like what I could achieve and then just being brought the fuck down by an injury and just having to deal with that for 3 years just really made it like important to me to go and like show up and like, get down at these events that I've been missing and show people that I'm still here and still want to be there supporting them, like shredding and, boosting the hype at the events. And yeah, Danger Bay, that's the most recent one. I took a plane, I took a train, I took a bus, I took a ferry, and I hitchhiked
Wow.
to the Danger Bay campsite. And when I got there, it was pissing rain. So like the whole Canada experience right there. And I got to see Stryker on the mic, dude. It's been so long.
Was it raining the whole weekend?
Dude, I was wet for like 3 days straight. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh gosh.
It dried up for like the skate hockey game and it dried up for the race. Those were the two events that were dry. The slide jam, it was pissing. Every second of every moment in the campsite, it was raining.
Okay.
And the Egmont grind, which is a pretty sick event, where like it's a push race, and then you launch into the ocean off a dock. That got dry enough. So anything that required it to be dry, it was dry, luckily. So it was like skating was totally like giving us what we needed for that weekend. But it was cool. Like, dude, like the slide jam was so sick because everybody there had rain skating on lockdown. And like everyone was just shredding super hard. Like no one was taking it chill at all. And it was like raining. The whole fucking hill was like a sluice gate of water, and everyone's just like getting gnarly. It was sick.
Wow.
So in other words, if I want to go next year, I should anticipate for rain skating
Absolutely.
for the slide jam.
Apparently, it's only been raining like 3 danger bays out of the 23.
Oh wow.
Oh,
So I got lucky.
okay.
How was the skate hockey? That looked so fun.
Dude, it was
It
so
looks
sick.
so much fun.
It was so fun. I suck at hockey. I have no idea what I'm doing with hockey, but I know how to skate. And it was really fun because like rarely do I get a chance to just like be one with my board and not think about the fact that I'm on a skateboard. And that was like totally what it was. It was just like push, push, turn, turn, kick, turn, slide in the wet, hit this
Right.
beer can. And dude, you know, Canadians, how they play hockey, they just fuck you up. So like you have to keep your eyes out on some people because like, you know, when they start the game, you like charge to get the puck. And one dude just like completely disregards the puck. He just goes for the person closest to the puck and just tries to body slam them.
Oh gosh.
So at one point he like comes at me and I just do like this side swipe turn and just like throw him past me and I almost got bodied. Like it was at that moment I was like, okay, I'm not trying to get bricked playing hockey. But it was super fun. Yeah, like it was really fun like playing against like the whole land yachts team and like the owners of land yachts. It was just like it's just like schoolyard fun with like the land yachts. It was super sick. It was like, dude, it's so cool to like see that you guys are just like, you know, down to fucking fuck around on the hockey court and just, you know, play with whoever. This is fun.
Right.
Oh yeah, dude. Have you ever been to Lanyard's headquarters?
Yes.
It's pretty rad, right?
Yeah. It was super cool. I didn't go this year because I went to Hastings Bowl in Leaside Skate Park, which was amazing. So I didn't get to go to Lanyard's HQ, but I got to skate the Wednesday skate session. So, you know, check it off the bucket list. We've been there, done that.
I'm going to let you know. I'm going to give you a little insight. If you're ever in there, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but luckily Lanyard's didn't make me sign an NDA. So I'm going to let you know.
What you got? What you got? What kind of greasy shit you got?
All right. So inside, Freddie, now I've been to more than one corporate headquarters for lawnmower companies. And this is the first time I've ever seen this at a longboard headquarters. You know what they got in there? Get ready. It's going to blow your mind.
An espresso machine?
They have a coffee machine. Y'all thought I was going to say something stupid.
Called it.
No. But seriously, though, like it's not just a coffee maker. Like it's a coffee vending machine.
Oh,
like you press a button. Like you press a button and it makes whatever type of coffee you want, and it's free. And they have a legitimate coffee vending machine at Lanyard's headquarters.
This is probably going to get $20.
Yeah.
You got to build team morale with coffee.
Yeah, no, it was pretty rad. I'm not going to lie, because I've been to Loaded, I've been to Daddy's, I've been to Moonshine. Yeah, none of those brands had their very own coffee vending machine. It was next level stuff, man.
So when I went there, I was with David Hiltbrand and Stu Manchu. And they said they were working on some super secret shit, so I couldn't come into this one section of the warehouse. And they tried to distract me with like a bunch of like wheels and shit. Like, here, who wants some fucking used wheels that people bring in? And I was like, nah, man, I want to see what's going on in there. And I got Stu to tell me that they were working on some sort of skeleton, like super lightweight wood core for a board. Pretty sure they were working on the triple beam when I was there.
That sounds about right. Yeah, the exoskeleton.
Sure it was the triple beam. I'm pretty sure they were like working on that while I was there. But it was cool. It's a good vibe there. You know, it's like they got the bike shop with the mini ramp and the arcades and like the little patio, and then they got the big warehouse with like the Lanyard's van. Oh yeah. Funny story. I was living I was living in the Land Yachts van, not like the black and red one, but the old ass like VW Bug like van, the Volkswagen one that's like welded to a metal like trailer.
Yeah.
I was living in that at Danger Bay.
Wow.
I got picked up by that shit. I was like, got off the ferry and I see this like ancient, archaic Land Yachts like Volkswagen bus, and I'm like, who the fuck's that? And then Troy Yardways pulls up with like 2 cats and a dog in his car. And he's like, you don't mind cats and dogs, do you? I'll get you to Danger Bay. And I'm like, I love cats and dogs. Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a full experience, man.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, what's been your highlight so far this year of all the events you've been to?
Skate the Cape.
Skate the Cape.
Yeah, just, I mean, so much packed into such a short amount of time, like with music, like you can't beat it. And just like perfect weather, near the beach, good vibes.
Yeah.
Traveling with Timmy B was sick. And like, I don't know, man, something about the East Coast is just pleasant. Just pleasant.
We hit it good. I hear the weather's been pretty shitty since then. But well, I am dying. You mentioned this injury that set you back 3 years, and I've never seen the clip. I'm dying to see it.
Yes, we want to see the gore.
Okay, so do you guys want like a preface, or you just want to dive the fuck in right now?
Oh,
dive
head first, man.
All right. I'm gonna
full speed ahead.
I'm gonna give you guys what you want.
Are you doing down? All right, we're doing it.
All right, here we go.
All right, let's do it.
So this is like Mobbins. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the road Mobbins. It's in NorCal. It's probably one of the best roads I've ever skated.
Okay.
And this guy forgot his gloves at the bottom, and he was about to skate the hill. I just said like, "Yo, you can borrow one of my gloves." They're all bummed. I was also very high on wildfire smoke. Like it was like a huge fire. Like we were trying to escape the fire by going down here.
Cali struggles.
So I'm one gloved right now. I've got a heel side glove. And yeah, this is pretty much the end of my like highlight of my skill progression in my life skating downhill. And like right here, I completely forget I have one glove on, and I'm just trying to like catch up to my friends. Like that's Levi Green and Juan Pablo up there.
Wait, I'm Levi Green? Yeah. He still skates?
Green. Yeah, he's around. He shows up.
Oh wow! Last I heard, he has a busted ankle, and he kind of slowed him down a bit.
He's I think he's in Oklahoma doing some shit.
Oklahoma?
So yeah, I just I put my hand on the ground and then forgot I had no glove. And this is just showing what I should have done if I had a glove on. Like I should have done that, but I didn't.
Oh gosh, here we go.
All right. You know, I'm going pretty fast. And like the options are cliff.
Oh, bam! Let's see that leg. Let's see that leg. Oh, you did not blur it. Did you blur it?
I blurred it, dude.
Oh, Kurt.
This is like the YouTube.
Where's the meat?
Oh, it's there. You see how my foot's flat on the ground?
Oh
God. Oh! I think I saw a bone sticking out there.
Yeah, it's definitely sticking out.
Yeah.
Sticking out of the skin?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Get that meat.
Fully broken in half. Yeah, then like the buddies come down, and I'm like, I'm not okay. I need help.
I love the thumbs down.
Yeah, that's like the face you never want to see your friends make when they're like,
"Oh man."
Yeah. And I basically broke my back and my leg.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's I don't have one pulled up.
Do you have a picture?
A picture of what?
The meat.
Fuck, dude. It's like if you go to Instagram and look on Hall of Meat, it's there. That's where I shared it after I got hurt. But yeah, dude, like the doctors like put cement in my leg and put a metal rod in there. And then they fucking put the wrong size rod in. So about a year and a half later, I had to get a new rod put in. So like I had to start from scratch a year and a half later.
Oh.
So that's why it took so long to heal. Is like pretty much
I'm
like
sorry, you kind of lost me at cement. Like,
oh yeah. So there's a obvious gap in my bone. Like part of my bone is somewhere on that hill right now.
oh gosh.
So they're like, oh, we need to like, we need to put something in your leg around this metal so that it's not just like empty space. So they put cement, like a graft of cement
Wow.
in between the bones pieces.
Never heard of such a treat. Never heard of such
Yeah.
a
So I went back to Portland. I was in California. I had to stay in the hospital for 5 days to like see if I didn't get like an infection or some shit because the bone was obviously out of the leg. Went back to Portland, got a bone graft after emergency surgery in California, and then proceeded to move down to Medford and had to keep going back up to Portland to see the doctor. And the doctor just couldn't really like handle me not being in Portland. So it really inhibited my like progress of healing.
right?
And like, yeah, after like 2 years of not healing, I moved back to Boise because I wanted to like be around family while I figured the shit out finally. And I went to a doctor here who happens to be the cousin of one of the Lanyards owners,
Tom?
Mike.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So like he gives me the lowdown and he's like, well, we could try to take the screws out and see if it like compounds and heals that way. So I did that for like a year. Didn't work. And then he's like, well, the only thing really left is to like either let it be or redo the whole fucking surgery. And I'm like, well, it's not working as it is. So let's do the whole fucking thing over.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh
we
my
did.
God.
They took the metal rod out, put a thicker one in, did an other bone graft out of my hip, which hurt like a bitch. And then, yeah, like fast forward another year and it's healed.
Nice.
I still can't do like heel raises on my left foot, but I can skate, I can jump, I can kind of run. So,
Gnarly,
and
man.
I'm much happier. I'm way happier. I was in like a dark place for a long time. So that's why no one really saw me for a long time because I was just like dealing with that bullshit in Medford or Methbird as people call it.
Wow, that is super gnarly. Yeah, injuries suck, especially one like that where it's like you think you're done and then you got to start all over. Like, yeah, that mentally is so hard.
Yeah, dude. The ones that don't heal, it's like you can't even fathom not healing as a skater because like there's always the point where you're like, I will come back from this. And if it just doesn't happen, you're like, what the fuck do I do now? Like,
Yeah.
that's a hard reality to face.
Yeah, totally. Well, props to you for getting back on the board, and yeah, I saw you skate the Cape. Looks like you're skating strong, so that's good to see. So, any tips from that fall? Is it just like because you didn't have that glove, or you was going too fast?
I think
Mixture.
I was not being like fully cognizant of like my limits. And I was being like kind of I think honestly like the wildfire smoke, sleeping in the wildfire smoke was making me kind of like arrogant. And like I decided I was trying to like kind of show off or some shit. I don't know. I was not in the right mind to make any good decisions about skating a gnarly fucking hill. So that's the lesson. Be in the right frame of mind when skating gnarly roads. Don't drop acid and drop down Sonora Pass.
Oh gosh.
Or tuna. Maybe do tuna. I don't know. It's up to you. If you're skilled enough, you got the fucking shit on lock. You know yourself the best, right? And if you can't make good decisions and judgment based on like your headspace, then don't do it.
I have here that did that clip go viral on Hall of Meat?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how many views it has now, probably 100 million at least. It's been reshared so many times by like bot Instagram accounts from Thailand and shit. And people keep sending it to me like, dude, look at this shit. They're like using your clip. And I'm like, nothing I can do about it, man. They're not even in America. Hall of Meat posted it once, and it's like one of the most viewed clips on Hall of Meat of all time on Instagram.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
like
pretty impressive.
they were super hyped to share it. Like I sent it to them, and they were like, "This is fucked." Like, they did like a little interview with me and asked me like what the fuck happened, and yeah, I mean, if I could get paid for all those views, I'd be rolling in dough. But I'm not.
Yeah, damn.
Gotta monetize it, man.
I think this was at like a time where that didn't happen, or maybe Hall of Meat monetized it and they're rolling in cash right now. I don't know. I got a couple sweatshirts out of it.
What year was that?
That was 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's helped you push through?
Good question. Well, I think moving back home and being around like a supportive family who actually cares about me outside the realm of skateboarding is helpful. Like if I was just around friends who were like skate friends, it probably wouldn't have worked because, you know, it's like we're not skating. Like they'd come see me every like couple months if they remember, but my parents are always like, "Yo, like how are you doing? What's going on?" Like, you know, they were very supportive, and yeah, I feel like honestly just like staying in the community on like Instagram and Facebook forums has been helpful too. Like still being able to drop some knowledge here and there and like help newbies like kind of figure out how to dial in their setups and what wheels to ride has been kind of fun. And going to events and shooting photos, working on virtual slide jam podcast stuff, editing videos, which I always love to do. Yeah, that's
Nice.
pretty much
And
it.
are you
And
afraid to
birding.
drop hills now with one glove, or
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that anymore.
what about going fast? Are you still going fast, or chilling out now a little bit, or?
I think honestly, I'm like more comfortable going fast than I am doing like big stand-up slides, which was like kind of my style back then. I was like kind of like go as fast as possible doing no pause down style. But now it's like I don't really 100% know if I can like push out slides going really fast with my hands up. So I'll put my hands on the ground. So I don't know. I don't really even have roads around me which are like super gnarly in Boise. So I have to like travel to like, you know, Giant's Head or wherever to skate a really sick hill. Like I can't tell you the last time I went really fucking fast on a gnarly technical road. It's been a while.
It's tricky. It's tricky to like just go be like, I'm just gonna go do that today, and by yourself. Especially, it's like you gotta have a whole crew.
Yeah, that's another hard thing. It's like I don't really have like a big downhill community here, so like it's tough to motivate to go hike a hill all day, and like shuttled runs are rare. So if I want to go like get my downhill fix in, I have to go to an event like Mary Hill or Tepe and Tacos or Giant's Head. Those are pretty much the ones I've been going to since the injury. And skate the Cape. And Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is fire. There were some sick roads in Puerto Rico. My setup was shit. Didn't really feel good the whole time. But I managed to skate some roads, and I was like, whatever. I'll come back when my shit's dialed, and I'm feeling better next year.
The wheel review and board review guru, gonna have your setup dialed?
What's up with that?
The wheel review and the board review thing?
Yeah, like I would think you would have like all your setups dialed in.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be putting miles in to get that shit dialed. I think I'm pretty dialed now. I've got a Pantheon Sacrifice with Era K4s, which has been pretty good, and back on the Demon Seed, which is sick. I want to get a Pantheon Nexus. I hear that board is like a really sick drop deck. And I want to support a company that still gives shit to the longboarding community, which I don't think Rain's really doing much anymore. So I want to get back in that double drop life.
Nice.
But if you have any questions about setups or whatever, let me know. I got you. I still got the knowledge up here. It's still there.
Well, let's back it up. When did you first? Where are you from, and when did you get into skateboarding?
Yeah, so my family is from like Santa Cruz, California, and I was born there. So like I've got some ties to like the Bay Area. Knowing that I was born there, I always wanted to move back, but we moved to Boise, Idaho, which is like hella far out in the desert, like 6 hours from anything cool. And I started snowboarding up here when I was about 7. And I snowboarded from age 7 till about 18, like every year with the season pass, like 40, 50 times. So I was really into like going fast, going through the trees, like just like raging whatever I could find. And I tried skateboarding because Tony Hawk came to my town and blew my mind with like the Boom Boom Huck Jam, like mega ramp shit. And I was like, okay, like I got some rollerblades, but I can't do grinds. And I want to do grinds, so I need to get a skateboard. So I got a skateboard, learned how to do like axle stalls and like little slash grinds when I was about 10. Fast forward to college. I tried to go to Santa Cruz to go to school, but I didn't have the math grades to do it. So I settled for Humboldt State University, which was epic. It was like redwoods right next to the coast, like the most beautiful thing you could possibly imagine, like straight Narnia shit. And I was skating down a hill with my buddy, and I tried to roll over some like sidewalk seam that was like about that high, just a little bit too high.
Oh shit!
I ate shit, broke my wrist, and I was like, all right, I think I'm done skateboarding. Like, I haven't learned how to do anything cool. I still can't air out a fucking vert. I'm breaking my wrist over sidewalks and shit. I'm done. But like literally, like as soon as I said that, my buddy Sasquatch just shoved a longboard in my face and said, "These will work better. Like try these." And I was like, "What's this shit? Oh, longboard? I don't want to fucking longboard." And he was like, "Why?" I'm like, I don't know." And he's like, "Just try it." I'm like, "All right, sick." So I tried it. It was like a loaded dervish with like Otang wheels.
Nice.
And I was just like, this is snowboarding. What the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
where has this been all my life? You know? So I was like cruising to campus. Humboldt State University is like kind of known as like the school of stairs and hills. The whole campus is on a hillside. So it's like, if you got to go to class, you're going downhill. There's like 3 or 4 hill bombs in between each like layer of campus. So you're always bombing a hill if you have a skateboard. And then my buddies were like bombing hills with like GoPros and like doing like pass off, hand off like camera runs on this nearby hill and like pushing each other, draft training and shit. And I wanted to get in on that. So I started trying to bomb hills on a dervish, and that was a terrible idea. But yeah, my buddy took me to San Francisco for the Golden Gate Park race where the Sunset Sliders reside. And we went to a slide jam after that. And I just remember like everyone was killing it and doing like the gnarliest slides, like, and just like pack runs and shit, like hooting and hollering, like just like the most vibrant energy. And I was like, the fuck is this? So after that, I got like addicted to sliding. Like I didn't give a fuck about bombing hills. I didn't give a fuck about draft trains. I just wanted to slide. So
nice.
I got a double kick super fatty that Bonzi makes with Indy 215s and just started like going ham trying to learn slides. And then I graduated. All I was doing was working and skating. And I decided like, I'm going to move to San Francisco. So I moved to San Francisco, got a job at the California Academy of Sciences taking photos. I have a filmmaking degree. So I was like, yeah, I know how to take photos. I know how all that shit works. They gave me the job immediately. And yeah, I was just paying rent and taking bus runs every day and going to slider sessions every Wednesday night. Lucky enough to get offered come along on a trip and film with the PDX downhill crew and the Sunset Sliders in Santa Barbara, which was way outside of my like ability at the time. But it was still sick, just like being there, supporting the crew, being part of like the conversations and being there with the people who were your idols, but also just like, talking shit and realizing like you could be friends too. Like you didn't just have to be like, oh my God, it's fucking Aaron Gulich or James Kelly. No, like you could actually talk to these people and like make connections. So I did that. And then went to Cathlamet Corral and broke myself off skating Lincoln City Skate Park on the way back. And lost my job, had to move back home.
Damn. Injuries, man.
Right. But I moved back home knowing that there could be like a sick community there. So like I tried to make it an effort of meeting every longboarder I ever saw in town and asking them if they wanted to like skate together. So we started a little community in Boise, and then through some events, did some races, some slide jams. And then I went to Giants Head with the F-bomb. I went to like Maryhill Festival Speed is the last one. It's hot as hell. Some fucking tweakers like broke in to camp and stole a bunch of like Brazilians leathers and like $700 precision setups that year. It was nuts.
I've heard stories about that. Yeah, it happens sometimes in Maryhill.
Yeah, there's some sketchy motherfuckers up in Goldendale. Watch out.
Yeah.
That's why we don't camp there anymore. But I went to Giants Head, and like that was the last year with the ramps. And like after going to that, you come back home and you're just like, I'm not going to progress at all here anymore. Like I need to move. It was like big fish, small pond mentality,
Totally.
So I moved to Portland because I kind of knew the PDX downhill crew and I knew there was a big community out there. But by the time I moved there, the scene was dead.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
And there were still some people skating Zubom and shit. And I was like doing my damnedest to like get them on a board, like to skate with the homies. That was like my mission, which was very not self-serving. I realized like a lot of the time I spent in Portland was like really putting the skate community first and not really paying attention to my own priorities, which I think ultimately led to me not having as much of a like leap forward in life as an individual as I could have, which was like a really important time, like your late 20s, you kind of want to figure your shit out. But here I was trying to make like the skate community thrive. So, fast forward 8 years in Portland, I threw like 40 events there, kind of helped it survive. And then COVID happens and I, don't have anything to do. I don't have any skate events to go to. I don't have any I don't really have any direction. And then that's kind of when I went to California looking for thrills and broke my leg. And that's kind of where it's led me. But yeah, I don't know. These days, I'm definitely trying to like put myself first. Because, being a skate community organizer is a lot of selfless work. And if you don't look after yourself, you will burn the fuck out and be no use to anybody. So honestly, like the injury might have been a blessing in disguise because I was like full tilt, like giving everything that I had to the skate community. And like all I had to show for it was like a weed trimming job and a house to rent for like $800 a month in Portland.
Dang. $800 a month. That doesn't sound very bad. Especially for the city.
It's probably gone up a bit since then. That was about 4 years ago.
Oh, it for sure has gone up I'm pretty confident it's gone up within 4 years.
Yeah, I bet you it's at least $1,000 in that house I used to live in. That was like downtown Portland, like in the Northeast.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Dang.
like really close to everything. I could get on a bus and be at Zubom in like 10 minutes.
Dang, that sounds like heaven.
Yep. I always make it a point to like live near where I work and also near a good spot to skate.
I
So, like,
definitely
right
support
now,
that logic.
dude, yeah. Like right now I live like I'm like a 5-minute bike ride to work and about a 5-minute car ride to some of the best hills in Boise.
Man,
So it makes
I'm
choosing
jealous.
where I want to live pretty easy.
Right
Nice.
on. I mean, I can
Gotta have
kind of
those
relate.
priorities.
I mean, I live 5 minutes down the street from a nice parking garage, and then a 7 minute push to where I usually do my longboard dance practicing. They have a huge parking lot down the street where it's perfect pavement. There's barely any cars, and so yeah, I definitely hear you on that one, Kurt. The only, unfortunately, we don't really have hills, but we do have an old abandoned golf course, which used to be a landfill, where that's basically our hills here in the 757 here in Norfolk. Granted, you're not going 50 miles an hour, but you'll maybe like 15, 20 ish if you're really pushing it. But yeah,
20 on a
definitely.
path.
Huh?
15 to 20 on a path ain't nothing to shake a finger at.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Let's go on,
So,
bud.
but yeah, no, can't relate. It's nice to live, close to a decent skate spot. That's definitely a huge perk and probably a priority for us skaters.
Right. And I think it honestly does help like figure shit out easier. Cause like imagine trying to figure out where to live and not having a fucking clue about where you're moving to. Like
Yep.
if it limits the decisions by like a fuckload just to know if there's hills nearby, that makes my decision much easier.
Absolutely.
So, over your skate career, going to events, you got any memorable slide jam moments or wins? Anything memorable that sticks out to you?
Um Memorable slide jam moments, I would say it was like going for the longest stand up slide at a few events. I managed to win one in Corvallis, Oregon. And it was on some stupid Frankenstein setup with TKPs. Um,
Nice.
yeah, me and this dude were like going back and forth, a couple of dudes actually, just like charging, pushing as hard as we could into the hill. And just like, I think I just had squatters on lock a little bit better than he did. So I got the extra distance and didn't fall. And then
Nice.
another time I was trying to do the same thing with like ABEC 11 freeride and Amberthane. I just flat spotted the shit out of my wheels on like one of the final attempts and like could not get the speed anymore after that. As far as like really sick things that I've seen that I wasn't really like competing in, one event that comes to mind is the Valentine's Vantucky Slide Jam in like 2014, I want to say.
Did you
There's
say
this hill,
Kentucky?
Vantucky.
Oh, Vantucky.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like Blake McClam, Steven Suhama, Jackson Wells, Sam Gallus, Devin Dotson, Camden
Ooh,
Benesh, just absolute rippers at this super sick, like steep S-shaped curve hill. And dudes were just blowing my fucking mind, man. Like it was ridiculous. Like they were doing such massive slides on like remember wheels. So like they didn't stop sliding and like just the best form, dude. Like I don't know what it is about Seattle kids, but they just have perfect form. Like you could not draw a picture of better style than like Sam Gallus. Like his toe sides are just locked the fuck in, you know? And like
oh
Jackson
yes.
Wells can do like a 3,000-foot toe side on like a double drop deck and have his hands over his head, looking between his legs, bent over and not fall. It was just like, rah! And then like sleeper dude, Camden Benesh, like he was doing like fucking 1270s, like kickflip outs. I kid you not, dude. Like this guy is a hard wheeled slider at heart, but he's figured out how to do it on soft wheels. And just like seeing the shit that he was doing, like, I'm not even kidding, dude. He did like a 1080 slide and then kickflip out of it. And it was just like you can go watch the video. This shit exists. Like, there's a video of it on Good Vibe Tribe and OHEF TV. Both have the clips. Go watch it. It's fucking sick.
Tell them to compete in the virtual slide jam.
Yeah, I know, right? Fine. Shout outs every day. I hope so.
So do you have any specific moments that felt like you like broke through to the next level where with like street skating, you know, the progression kind of plateaued, but with longboarding, when was it that like helped you be like, I'm going to keep doing this. This is fun and I'm actually getting good at it?
I would say when I moved to Portland and had like switchbacks in my backyard, like switchback sessions were going hard. Like almost every day there was like a crew of like 12, 15 people skating
That
switchbacks.
helps. Yeah. The
so
progression sessions.
Yeah, exactly. We could just go session hairpins, and then take full bus runs and then end at the hairpins. Honestly though, like I think the biggest thing that helped me progress was like dislocating my shoulder, like severely, and then like it not stopping me, like somehow coming back from that and still wanting to skate. Like
that was when you knew you were hooked.
Yeah, after that I was like, all right, well, like the only way forward is to like figure out what I did wrong and master that, which was like a toe side handstand in a really gnarly corner downhill. So I figured out how to do that. And then, yeah, since then I was just like, I need to learn everything. Like I want to be able to skate fast. I want to be able to do like every trick I ever want to. And the only way to do that is to skate every time I even think about skating. So yeah, for like a solid like 8 years in Portland, I was just like hooked. Like call it an addiction. I was going out like every other day. I was like inviting people to go to sessions every other day. I was trying to like change the location to like focus on like really fast free ride one day or like really fast downhill tech sliding the next day. We also had tech slide Tuesday events for a long time, which were like all progression sessions, like learning 360s and blunt slides. And yeah, it was just like, it was just chaos. There was so much skating going on in Portland and like the time I was there. It was ridiculous.
Do they still have the bus, the community bus, when you were living there?
The PDX bus?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
It was like essential to a majority of my skate experiences in Portland. Like, yeah, it got me to ditch slap. It got me to a bunch of like forest events that were like way out in Washington in the middle of nowhere in the woods. Yeah, without that bus, we would not have had as much skateboarding as we did, for sure.
Nice. You're very fortunate to have that resource, because not every community in America has a community bus, because that's pretty rad. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you want to like really turn your community up a notch, get a bus and pay the shit out of it.
We're working on it at Dolphin Team.
Dolphin bus. Let's go.
We're trying to get a RV, a plane, and a boat. So,
hell yeah,
work in progress.
A boat would be sick.
In that order.
That is
Dolphin
our to-do list.
Nice.
I want to see
so
a boat.
We're working on it.
I will come there for a boat session any day. We're gonna go boat to Outer Banks. Boat session.
I mean, yeah, dude. Like that's kind of the goal, is to have a boat so we can take people out, dude. And we can like, hey, who wants to go to such and such this weekend? We'll take the boat.
Dude, if you guys get a plane, I'm pretty sure you'll be the first skate community with a plane ever.
That would be a huge flex. In a private plane, they're not as expensive as people think. Like, I'm not talking like a big, not like fucking billionaire type of private plane. I'm talking like a 2-seater type of private plane. Like those are affordable, or more.
You gotta be able to fit like at least 6 people though, if you're taking the skate events in it.
Well, See
Yeah.
that. See
So
that.
the bus could fit
That's where
14.
money.
So we got an airport handicap bus, the PDX bus, and it had room for 14 people, but they put cots in, so that like kind of went down to like 10, but we still managed to like squish people in.
Okay.
And like, imagine, dude, if you're going like on a Southwest tour through California, through Arizona, through New Mexico, up through Colorado, Utah, Idaho, back to Oregon, and you've got 14 people all pitching in like $300, that'll get you places. Like, we're talking 2-week-long trips in this crusty fucking bus with like the crustiest skaters you've ever fucking met, with like porn all over the fucking walls, pictures of Donald Trump with buttholes for eyeballs and dildos everywhere. Like, this is the fucking PDX bus in a nutshell, dude. It's the crusty shit. It was the crusty crew in Florida doesn't know what the fuck crusty is, bro. They don't even fucking know.
I don't. Do I even want to? Has anybody ever taken a black light in flashing?
That would be sacrilege.
The amount of fluids,
dude. I've heard some
be found in that
horror stories about the PDX crew and buses. Like, I was talking to Stryker about this at Danger Bay, and he was saying like one time there was like an 8-person gangbang in the PDX bus.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Fucking PDX goes hard. You want dude. You want to meet your heroes? Sick.
I mean, I've heard of people getting laid on a bus, but I've never heard of a gangbang on.
Gang bang, bro. Yeah, I can't divulge certain details about something that I experienced with like respect for the people who were involved, but I seen some shit on that bus.
So speechless.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I thought we go hard at Skate the Cape, Rob. Apparently we're not. Apparently we're not doing it right.
Yeah, sorry, dude. The orgy. We didn't set up the orgy tent.
Yeah.
All right. The next Skate the Cave, I'll set up an orgy tent, and we'll see. We'll see where it goes. There'll be a bowl. There'll be a bowl at the door where you leave your keys, and you can just.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about the cuddle puddle and GRC?
Wait, what?
Did you guys hear about the cuddle puddle at GRC?
GRC?
Yeah. There's like a massive cuddle puddle in the middle of the campsite. It's like a lot of people all just cuddling.
What's a cuddle puddle?
I've actually never heard of that.
A cuddle puddle?
Yeah, is it just a bunch of people cuddling? Like, what is it?
Yeah, I think it's like a bunch of people just like rubbing up on each other, cuddling. Okay. Now, think about that with a bunch of people high on drugs and a bunch of people not high on drugs, all in the same cuddle puddle at a skate campsite. And think about what the fuck could have happened there. Like, I don't know. I don't have any lore. But I can't imagine it's anything less than an orgy.
Knowing the Asheville community doesn't really surprise me. They do some weird shit over there, man.
Yeah, and a lot of them have been on PDX trips. Yeah. Will Royce for sure has been on some shit on a PDX bus.
Oh, we all know Will Royce has been on arguably the most adventures out of any other person.
I think it's a good time to hit up a guest question.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So let's say you're locked in a room with a dozen skate friends, and this room is on wheels and can transport you wherever you want to go. How many weeks would it take for the self-referencing inside jokes to evolve to a level that linguists would not recognize your spoken language anymore as English?
Huh.
What are some of your favorite skate bus and Sunset Sliders terms and phrases? And can you trace any of their origins back to how they formed, like Circle of Rice or Tricyclocox?
Okay, so that's from Casey, who's like primary captain of the skate bus.
Nice.
As far as the first question goes, how long would it take for a new dialect to be formed based on skate event words and phrases, I would say like a week and a half tops. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, and that's probably how a majority of like the phrases that are used exist. Like, I can think of a couple modern examples like milk.
Yep. Milk it.
Milk it, yeah. Like anything that like fucking anything that Cactus Kevin says is probably a little bit devolved into a skate event or skate trip phrase. I can't imagine how he talks in real life to real people. I can't even fathom. But yeah, some of my favorite phrases on Sunset Sliders and skate bus trips that have stood the test of time and where they started. Yeah, so Circle of Rice is definitely something that I've used for a long time. Circle of Rice is basically like rising up on something, rising up, which comes from rise up upon. And rising up means like getting something or like having something handed to you because you're killing it like for free, like, and then you get it and you pass it forward someday. Like if there's like a super sick grom in your community or someone who's like just torched a set of trucks and has been skating them forever, you give them a new set. You're like, rice up. So that's rice. Circle of Rice. It's like you keep giving and you keep receiving when you need it. Like, dude, I've had the same set of red snakes for like 8 years. Like every time I'm out of wheels, someone just hands me like red snakes. I'm like, what the fuck? Like the same fucking wheels? Like, come on.
Hey, they're good wheels.
Yeah. I think the best rice I ever got was like a Comet Manifest and a Demon Seed, like a 42-inch Demon Seed. That was some good rice. That was a ricey moment. Other phrases like rock people is a good one. I love my rock people. The rock people is kind of like a term that we used on a skate bus trip to Ditch Slap, where like every time we camped anywhere, there were like rocks around us. Like whether that's giant rocks that you could skate or like rocks you sleep on, like a bed of rocks. So we became rock people. And then tricyclococks, yeah. I think at some point someone put 3 dildos on on the bus, and it said, "Look, it's a tricyclocock." Like now it's just locked down as like this is a thing now. Like
nice.
If anyone ever talks about tricycloclocks, you will immediately go back to that moment in time and be like, "Whoa, you were there! Holy shit!"
Nice.
So yeah, I don't know if I have much more than that. Like, yeah, those are my 3.
Definitely some
All right.
insiders. What about your favorite? You had like a 2-parter. Favorite skate trip? I think you said.
One was about like how long would it take for the lingo to confuse like a linguistician, and then the second part was like words and phrases that have originated on like skate rap shit, and what are your favorites and how do they originate? So yeah, rice, rocks, and cocks.
Nice.
Milk it.
Milk it.
So, how we feeling?
Feeling pretty good, man. Yeah, I mean, let's see. I guess all that really remains is like what's in the future, you know?
Yeah,
What
where do you
holds
want
in
to
the
take
future of
your
Derow?
progression? Are you satisfied, or do you want to focus more on the community building, or focus more on you and your skating?
Yeah. So these days I'm really focusing on my street skating. So I'm trying to like skate park as often as possible because there's a community there, like it's really hard to skate downhill here when there's only 2 people doing it. Um, especially if everyone's like, you know, at a much lower tier of like skill than you are. Like, it's just hard when you're like trying to learn new shit and also teach somebody and like cater your spots to keep it chill for them. Like, I have to take an L, which I'm not too upset with, because like at this point, like I can just go to the skate park and work on shit, that I don't know how to do and have a community to do it with. So as far as progression, that's kind of where I'm at with that. I'm really working hard on my skate school. I want to really just send it on getting like a really solid platform to introduce a skate school to new areas that don't have it, and give them the tools they need to like continue it after I leave. So that's kind of like my close future plan, is like to go to new areas and be like, hey, I'm here to help you build a skate school. I'm going to like figure out how to hire employees to do this in your community. Like, I'm going to reach out to the community and find skaters who are down to teach. We're going to find people who want to teach their kids skating. And, we're going to give them the roadmap to get as good as they want to be at skateboarding. And like, hopefully like going to the Olympics at some point in time is like the end result. I'm just going to help them build that so they have something to like, utilize to progress their community's skateboarding. And like, if I can figure out how to make that be like a paying thing, I can go anywhere I want.
Yeah, that's rad.
Yeah, so that's like the goal right now. I'm going to try to do that this winter. First stop, El Salvador. I'm going to go down to El Salvador. I got a buddy down there who is working with the local government and putting on like a WDSC downhill race. So try to get down on that like budget to help teach kids or build a skate school. Like, it seems like the right time. I still got to like kind of follow up with him and see where that is, but I'm going to go to Puerto Rico and do the same shit for Pirates. And see where that leads me. I'm kind of looking at the East Coast or maybe Vancouver, Canada, if they'll have me. I'm going to have to marry some hot Canadian wife to get passport, get citizenship. Hey, if any of you hot Canadian girls are looking for a hubby,
we get tons of listeners.
Yeah, right. So at least one out there. And then I guess it's like, as far as like other things are concerned, like I definitely want to keep like pushing people skating together and like stoking each other out. And I feel like slide jams are definitely the way to do that, not fucking racing. After what I saw at Danger Bay, I'm just not about it anymore. Like, I don't want to give any of my energy to that bullshit. Like, slide jams, community building, 1,000,000%, racing.
Yeah, what happened? Why was there such uproar?
Yeah, so
confusion.
There's this really sick shredder in Vancouver who's really fucking good and happens to be a trans woman trying to compete in the women's category. And people are just fucking saying that she has unfair advantages. So they protested the finals. They lined up on the starting line, and instead of going when your market said go, they took a knee and disqualified themselves, and then walked the course in a protest. And
all the competitors.
Yeah, and the only person to actually go down the final event heat was this trans girl. I did find out after the fact, though, that she weaponized someone else's trans identity to make it to the finals. So kind of a sketchy move on her part. But I think just like the act that took place in the finals was like pretty gnarly and like very aggressive. And I do not fuck with that. Like, people were crying. People were like, getting close to the point of like throwing fists and like getting each other's faces. Like, I'm not going to go talk to some like gnarly dude and be like, you should shut the fuck up right now because you're a piece of shit for saying that at a skate event. Like, I shouldn't have to do with that at all. Like, keep politics out of skateboarding, for fuck's sake. And that was just
and you're in Canada too. Shocked.
yeah,
I know.
It was all sick and
Canada,
totally
what is
place.
going on?
I don't know.
Holy
And
cow.
it's not only Canada. It's like women's racers. It's like a women's racing problem. Like men
That's
racing.
what Tessa was talking about. Okay.
Men don't give a fuck if fucking trans men race. Like if a trans man beats the rest of the men, they're gonna be like, sick, good job. But if a trans lady wins, they're gonna fucking riot. So I don't know. It just seems like, is this skateboarding anymore, or is it fucking politics? So I just got I left with a big bummer in my mouth after that, unfortunately.
Understood.
And dude, Striker, like, you know, putting his heart and soul into this event, traveling across the country to put this event on, and his final becomes a protest. Like, he got the fucking short end of the stick.
Yeah,
Can you imagine if that happened at your event?
How did Stryker handle the situation?
What?
How did Stryker handle the situation?
He just fucking gave the prize money for first place to the person who got first place and said, I tried to make it fair. Like, I did everything I could.
Wow.
So, like,
I see.
But, you know, like, it hurts. You could see it. It hurt him. And it's like,
man.
cool, like, everyone's hurt now because of a race.
Well, yeah, 24 years ago, this would not have this conversation would not be a thing 24 years ago.
Right.
But times have changed in the history of Danger Bay, and some new types of new conversations are entering the chat, and not everyone knows how to deal with the new. You know, not like new situations, new politics, new social structures.
Yeah,
not everyone knows how to handle it because it's
And
for us, especially at our ages, that's kind of new to us, and we're just kind of like not rejecting it, but you just like kind of scratching your head, going, "Okay, how do I handle this situation, or how do we proceed? Like, how are we supposed to do and not do? Like, it's new material for us."
Yep. And as a small community of like activists in the sport, it's almost like we have to be the ones to like make it fair because no one else will. Like, there's no governing body of downhill skateboarding. Like, no one makes the rules about this. Like, there are some rules like placed in other sports, but not for downhill skating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them propose like the weight classes for downhill racing.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't solve the problem of like women inclusion. That's like what they want, right? They just want to skate with other women. They don't want to have to deal with like the aggressive skating that men are known for. They want to keep it safe and chill, and I don't know. It's their problem. They got to figure it out.
We should find a female racer, get her on here
for sure. Be an interesting conversation for sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for this next guest question from Will Steffen, legend. We gotta get him on the show too.
Yeah, I lived with him for a year in Portland. He lived at my house. It was a good time.
Oh, nice.
For having me on to ask Big Kurt a couple questions. Kurt, love and miss you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Let's see, throw this down here. All right, let's see. I got, for Kurt, we got 3 questions in total here. Question 1. I'm looking for a fast free ride wheel. I want only square lip options. I'm going to be doing predominantly stand-up slides. Need the extra grip, that's why I need the square lip. What's my best option?
Best option.
Question 2. Most memorable zoo bomb run from Portland ever, and why? Need them details. Question 3. I know Kurt just started his new skate school teaching skateboard lessons. What's your goal for the skate school, and why do you do it? Thanks a lot, guys. Stoked to listen in. Peace and love.
That was Will Steffen. Holy cow.
Shout out Will, dude. He's killing it right now. He's another dude who moved back to his hometown and just started killing it at life with his local skate community. Started up Sapient Skateboards, and he's been doing Wilson Wednesdays at a sick DIY with hot dogs every Wednesday during the summertime.
Nice.
Yes, okay. Fast free ride wheel that grips. I mean, the best option. I mean, it really depends on what your idea of best is. Like, if you're looking for a wheel that like feels good and does the job, hard. Honestly, dude, I would probably say like if you're looking for like consistency and that's like the main thing, like I don't want to like high side on my skateboard and eat shit. The green or the purple or the yellow K-Rhymes Pal Peralta wheel is dank and has not been proven otherwise since its inception. A close second, I would say, would be like the Hog Supreme. I've skated those a lot, and they are fucking fire. And then, TBT on like the Coltrata Pro wheel. I haven't ridden that yet. If you want to send me a set to review, hit me up. And yeah, I mean, like, can't go wrong with the Remember Savannah Slamma. They're not that fast, but they are fucking sick. Let's see. What was the second question he had?
It was your most memorable
Zoo Bomb run, right?
Zoo Bomb run.
Okay, yeah. So one of my first Zoo Bomb runs. Oh my god. So like, okay, we had a sketchy fucking crew of Zoo Bombers back in the day. Holy shit. So yeah, we're like skating Zoo Bomb, and everyone's like trying to tuck past each other and just like send it into like never ending right, which is like the fastest part of the road, and just like goes into this blind right that's super long. Fucking, I'm like chilling. I'm not trying to get in that at all. I come around the corner, dude, and there's like 8 people just on the ground on all fours, like looking fucking face first into the hood of a big ass Ford truck.
Oh,
like,
no.
this is the worst thing that could possibly happen right now. So just like absolute chaos, and like definitely gave me like the know-how of how to skate with these people in Portland. Like, you don't want to be in that shit. Give them space. So I gave people space for the rest of my time living in Portland. There were a bunch of other like KOF crew runs that were like just firing. Like KOF crew is always firing. They're like, you get like Illusion there, a bike dude on a double kick with dragons, a couple longboards, and everyone's like within like a foot of each other, just like moving like minnows or like swallows. And then plans for the skate school. Kind of already answered that. Just like take it international. Fucking, help communities that don't have skateboarding, and bring them that community element.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, we'll see if we can make it happen.
So I guess for the wrap up, what advice would you have people? Like you've done some events, event organizer, community leader with the school, and getting people together for sessions. And so yeah, what advice do you have to those people trying to do that?
Organize sessions that make you feel good. So for me personally, like I love going to sessions where I can just like tell somebody to try a trick and they'll try it. Like, hey, have you thought of doing this? And they're like, no, but I'm going to try it right now. Like those kind of sessions for me are like the best, and I will always try to make them happen no matter what. So like just push people, push people. Like if no one's coming to your session, push them harder. Get them to show up. Do whatever you have to do. Text Slide Tuesday sessions, schedule some shit on Facebook, just like make them come no matter what. Whether you have to like start Instagram group or start Facebook group or make events or just have like weekly sessions. Like if you want to progress and skate the way you want to skate, do whatever you have to do to make it happen.
That's the title of your next sex tape.
Do what you gotta
Make
do.
them come.
Hey, Make them come. Yeah, dude, skate bus. I'll have a photo of my face on skate bus saying "Make them come."
That should definitely be on a plaque somewhere.
The slogan for your skate school.
Make them come.
Oh gosh.
At the end of the day, dude, that's all you can do, bro. You just got to make them come, bro.
Yeah, keep pushing.
Keep pushing. Keep the energy up. Don't give up.
Oh man.
Oh man. Yeah, what's keeping you stoked? What's keeping you motivated to do all this stuff? Like, you're doing a lot with the podcast. You do a lot of the editing. Thank you for that. And you're spearheading the Virtual Slide Jam International, which it's a lot of work. It's a lot of, and in addition to that, you're doing all your local events as well. So yeah, what's motivating you as well? You're going to all these events. Yeah, I can't keep up with all the shit you're doing this year.
I'm just trying to put rad shit in front of my eyeballs. Honestly, like I know it's out there. I just want to see it.
Nice.
So I will go to Canada to see it. I will throw the Virtual Slide Jam to see it. Like the hard part is getting people to do it. Like that's the hard part.
Gotta make them come.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who wants to do like some sick shit in front of other people's eyeballs ever on a skateboard, do the Virtual Slide Jam. Come on, where you at? Let's go. I want to see it.
Why should somebody compete in it?
Why?
Mm-hmm.
So that other people can see you skateboard. And like, you may not think that your skating is that sick, but like any kind of skating that you are progressing at and pushing yourself at, and if you're landing tricks that you have a hard time doing, everybody in skateboarding is going to be fucking hyped. It doesn't matter if it's an ollie, if it's a fucking heel side slide, a toe side slide, a switch, 360 big spin. Like, we can tell when you're trying your best to do a trick. And that's all we want to see. We just want to see you do your best and nail it. So, come on. We're all a community. Let's fucking support each other. We want to see you progress. That's the point. And win some money, goddammit. Fuck.
Money, recognition, fame.
Bang bang on buses.
Yep. You never know, dude. You never know.
Before we do hot takes, J-Lo?
I'm sorry, what?
You got any more questions for him before we go into hot takes?
No, I think I'm all right.
Although anything else you want to say, Kurt?
Huh?
Anything else you want to say before we get into hot takes?
I just want to show you my origin story here real quick. Check it out.
Yo, we're gonna take you back to the 80s.
I wasn't there, man.
Look like Panthers.
You remember how it Hewitt and Jody Wiley?
San Francisco sidewalk slashing.
Yeah, that's probably sick.
If you with me, come on. Get together with your best friends.
Like,
grab a drink, get your girlfriend.
Post-college, 23-year-old Kurt.
Bring in the morning sun. No fighting, everybody in their right mind. Trying to have a good time.
Yeah, look at this driver, though.
Dude, yeah, this spot is amazing.
Fridays enough.
Like, stickers built in, like,
wow.
Mondays have conversation. We all laughed in the spot. Got a bottle on the table like we rock stars.
That's bro.
In the parking lot. Cause up in here,
What board is that?
you say the wrong
Arbor Backlash.
you can bring your man too, fella. Show your lady how a man
Backlash 37, I got that shit for like $50. Back when I said sliders at Arbor Connect.
Nice.
Stand up, baby girl, hitting right on the rhythm. She can
Look
with
good.
the best of them. Dance crews trying to own the dance
Yeah, just trying to recreate my past these days, bro. Like the demon seed shit.
I'm in the place with my fellas, man.
Trying to
Ain't
feel good.
nothing they can sell us we don't already got. Bring in the bottles, pop the corks on the top, full throttle to the dance floor like we own the spot. It
Yeah.
don't matter if you watching me, just telling me I'm doing my thing. You part of the scenery, and you really want to join the festivities. You
Man, that
better
looks
like you
like
part of the recipe.
Yeah, it looks
Without
like
you,
so much
where's the
fun.
delicacy? We all make it what it is. That's the
Waves.
truth of the matter.
There's a
Just
long block
waves,
too.
bro. Just waves everywhere. Fucking
That's-
waves.
San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We all need to make a trip there together. That'd be fun.
Everybody. And there's
That'd be-
buses everywhere going to the top of the hill. Like
True.
$5
I've
a
heard
day.
about that. Yeah. You just like you get to the bottom of the hill, you hop on the bus, and it takes you right back to the top.
Yes. And there's like water everywhere. There's food everywhere for cheap.
Food for
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
Asian markets, banh mi,
yeah.
dim sum, fucking duck,
Sushi.
sushi,
Yeah.
pizza.
Man, I could really go for a big bowl of pho.
Yeah.
Fuck you. All right, it's time for hot takes.
Okay, let's go. I'm ready for this. Been waiting for this moment all my life. Oh yeah.
Finally, we
Go.
got him in the hot seat for the hot takes. Here we go. Toe side or heel side?
Toe side.
Ramps or rails?
Ramps.
Favorite skate trip food?
Tortilla with tuna, chewed up carrots, and bean skis.
Chewed up carrots.
Yeah, you chew them
Wow.
up and you like baby bird them into the tuna and you wrap it up.
Okay, that's a move.
I ain't got a knife, bro. I got a baby bird that shit.
There you go. I mean, who's the smelliest on the skate trip?
Ooh, whoever smoked the most weed.
That's fair.
Where is the best place to skate?
San Francisco.
Yeah, I think we just saw that. Do you crimple or roll your toilet paper?
Fold, baby.
Folder.
What it? Are you a soft wheel or a hard wheel guy?
Soft.
What's your favorite durometer?
82A.
Nice.
Round
No,
lip,
80A. 80A.
round lip or square lip?
Round lip.
All right. I made that wheel. It's called the Diablos.
One of the best wheels in the market.
Longboarding or downhill skateboarding?
Fuck. Longboarding.
Longboarding. Is it a sport, a lifestyle, or an art?
Fucking art, dude.
Sure is. Who would your ideal sponsor be outside of the longboard world?
Incline cider.
Nice. Keep him stocked. This guy goes everywhere. He'd be great. Great sponsor opportunity. What's the kookiest trend happening right now?
You know what it is. The shit that happened at Danger Bay. It's kooky as fuck.
Hot topic.
Yeah. Hot topics are kooky.
Let's see. Skate hockey or the diving board?
Hold on, I'm gonna piss my pants.
I want to grab some water.
The 2 questions left.
Oh, damn. Oof. Oh, God. Man, I really needed that water. You ever have one of those burps where you actually throw up in your mouth a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
Nice.
one of those. Like, yep, I need water. That was nasty. By the way, I noticed you were snowboarding, shredding the slopes, man. I can't believe it goes on for that late in the season.
I know, isn't it crazy? They usually go that late out here, and yeah, the conditions are still freaking awesome.
Man, that sounds like a blessing for for snowboard lovers, like being able to snowboard until May, June.
Yeah, dude, and it starts in November, so it's a pretty long season out here.
Yeah, my old Muirskate teammate Daniel, he's from Bakersfield, and he would snowboard until June, and then he would start skating. I'm just like, wow. Like, I didn't even know. Like, I know Mount Hood is open all year round, but damn, that's dedication to be snowboarding all the way up till June.
Oh, big crack.
There's a birthday boy.
Make him come.
That's bad. Okay, sorry. Fuck.
All right, 2 more questions. Let's do this. Let's nail this sucker.
I thought of a better question. We're gonna edit that last one out. All right, snowboarding POW or skating a freshly paved road with a bus.
Freshly paved road with the bus.
Oh, you got a true skater here. All right, who's the GOAT of longboarding?
Fuck, dude. First thing that comes to mind is like Louis Poloni. He did so much for downhill, dude, and he's such a good dude. Like, he's so just like down to like commune with anybody, and shreds super hard. So like, yeah, dude, Louis Poloni, GOAT.
Good
Louis
answer.
Poloni.
And the first on the show, pretty cool.
Yeah, we gotta get him on.
I would love that.
That would be an exciting interview.
Do your research, boys.
Yeah, for real.
It's
pretty extensive.
It's coming. Yeah, I know, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Any last things you want to say? Any thank yous, shout outs, plugs for future cool things?
Sponsor me, give me shit to fuel my skate lessons, because I don't have the money to buy boards and wheels and bearings and shit. If you have a brand that wants to have skate education as a like staple of your brand, holla at your boy.
Hell yeah.
Also,
plug it.
Thanks to you boys for believing in me and joining this happy brigade of downhill skateboard homies who fucking believe in this shit and want to see something cool come out of it. And like, I know you guys are the ones to fucking stand with to fucking make this shit happen and make some cool shit appear before our eyes. And we're gonna do it.
Yeah, it's been a fun journey. I mean, I was thinking it's been just over a year since I called you up and was like, oh, I want to do Virtual Slide Jam 3. Let's do this. I want to be a part of it. And now doing a podcast. I met you at Skate the Cape. It's just, this is the beautiful thing about the longboard community is how weird we all get connected. We're so far away, but it's like we just saw each other when we see each other again.
Dude, everyone is so like, everyone has crazy shit going on in their lives. And like, I love fucking taking that crazy shit and being like, let's make something sick with this. Because I know you have the potential to make this sick fucking shit happen. Like, Jesse Fabrizio is a perfect example. Like, ain't nobody gonna contain that dude. You know? And then, like, you guys have been in the fucking game forever, and you're still fucking sending it and doing shit like this. Like, that's fucking awesome. Like, kudos to you boys.
Well, cheers. That's my time. This was fun. Thanks for rolling through.
That's a podcast.
Yes. We'll see you on the next one.
Yoo-hoo. Good talking to you.